So this is recap 99 so it's day 99 and it is a recap for live stream. Let's see here. It is live stream 91. So let's just have a look at what happened. So came into the market. The market had a fairly narrow range. I believe it was less than 100 points when we got here. I didn't check. We had the extension of the range to the downside after I got into the market. The range is currently 108 points. So at the time, the range would have been, no way, range would have been 60 points. That can't be correct, can it? Highly doubt it. Let's just have a look here. Around 85 was, I'm unsure. It was less than 100 points. Let's just, let's keep it at that. So we're trying to make this recap as concise as possible. So we came into the market today, after looking at the data from last week, we noticed a couple of strategies that we were using had mixed results. Some wins, some losses. It was far too inconsistent. We decided to use one strategy this week. We also switched back to the 1 minute chart. We haven't used 1 minute chart for quite some time. We've moved from 2 minute back down to the 1 minute. Using a different strategy now, looking at targeting some smaller windows and look to take profit. So first instance, it was a bit of a FOMO trade. We decided to go short, thought prices were going to head down towards that 28 or so, retest the lows. Price turned around, back up towards the 45, so we decided to get out for 8.25 loss. Prices then started to break down the correct way. This was the correct setup of this candle here, rejecting off this 45 level. Should have got in earlier, got in a bit late, as we can see, pretty much halfway down the candle, took profit. Prices seemed to be heading strongly to the downside. The very next level to the downside was looking around about that 910, so re-entered short again, just below the level. Stop was just above the highs. I think I had to stop around that 29.30. Price came down, adjusted stop down after prices had the upside pullback, started to reject, so went short, took profit around the 910s, overshot to the downside. Again, saw this pretty much hanging man candle, thought we'd see more selling to the downside, went short, price started getting bought back up, so exited 4.5 loss. And over here, I went long, took profits. Let's see, I took profits early. The target was around 58. But after seeing price come into this area here, I was a bit worried about it being a bit of a consolidation. We also had these boxes here is where point of control was shifting. So the point of control was in and around this area. So thought prices may turn around at the point of control, possibly pull back. It did. But price would have went on to hit my target up at 58. Through there. Decided to go long. Thought prices, after pulling back here, thought prices would go up. Took a small loss, 3.25. Of course, we've been more patient. Prices could possibly have gone on to hit my target, but that's one thing. I've also looked at the data, seen that it wasn't cutting losers quick enough. Losers were quite a bit bigger than the winners on a very consistent basis. So despite having win percentages in the high 70s, 80s on some days, I was still having losing days because the winners were taken away from all the gains I had made. So the goal was to come in, cut losses really quickly. If we have to re-enter, we can re-enter again. All we have to do is just focus on cutting the losses as quick as possible. Obviously, allow the trades to work, but also be quick to cut the losses because there's always the opportunity to re-enter. And so cut losses there. Got a setup over here again. Target was around at 81. Decided to take profits as I think prices were pulling back when I decided to take profits, re-entered. And this one was a break even. Again, re-entered. Didn't like the way our price was behaving and I cut that for a loss 2.75. So as you can see, cutting losses really quickly here. Prices did eventually go on to hit the 81s. And finally, let's just see, went short here. I was a bit late to it. The target was down at that 28. I didn't like the way our price action was behaving, so I got out. It was a good decision because as we can see, price turned around very quickly, about a point or so away from where the target would have been. Turned around very quickly, so that was a very good trade there. Just to get out 3.5 over here. Picked up another 3.5 on the move up. I'm not sure. I think that was a true setup. Yes, it was a true setup. Oh, this was a trail stop. So I was targeting. So we closed above the 200 VWAP 50 period, closed there, had a stop somewhere down here. The goal was to target this high volume area where the point of control was shifting between these 2 points. The goal was to, at the bottom of that range, to take profits. Price came within a couple of ticks. As I was about to close the trade, price pulled back really quickly and hit my trail stop for 3.5 points. I was targeting about 7, risking about 7 to target about 7 points, about 1-to-1 there. And as prices came into this area up here, we had a point of control shift from down there to up here. Price didn't get back to the 81, pulled back, and I said if price retested the 62s, I'd end the broadcast, and that's pretty much what prices did. We had a bit of a hanging man pattern here around the point of control. So it seems the point of control shifts, price shifts to the opposite direction. So price was heading up, point of control shifted to the area, price pulled back, and we saw price pull back. So I decided to end the broadcast there and just end the day up at 16.9 points. Of course, you can still see it is only about 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We've had prices pull back to the previous area of where the point of control was. That's what this box represents. That's where point of control was previously. Prices came down to that area, as we can see, found support, turned around, and as you can see, we broke out above these regular trading hours highs here that we're sitting at around the 1984. So we do seem poised to head up towards that 20,000 here, but I've pretty much decided to stop trading for the day. I'm trying to be a bit more disciplined this week. Even though we're at 94, it seems inevitable that we'll get there. It'd be nice to obviously have another 6 points on the table, but I'm trying to work on my discipline in that sense. So we've seen the prices come down, found support around that previous point of control level. As we can see, fairly strong move here. We've had a pullback away from that area. Actually, let's see how many points we've... So 45 points there from that area. Very good, strong move. Seemed poised to hit that 20,000 here. Had another level sitting around at 98.75. But that was it. So let's get our trade performance up. Not trying to make this broadcast any longer than it needs to be. And as you can see here, I get a lot of compliance here from my computer, so just having some technology issues. Just bear with me a second here. There's our move through 20,000. Real good move there. Let's see. What in the world is going on? Okay. That's very interesting, but let's just have a look here at the data. So if we go to our summary page, we can see here that's we picked up 16.9, total gains 37, total losses 20, profit factor almost 2, our accuracy is 88.54. We did take a couple of FOMO trades, bringing down our accuracy. Of course, we're going to have losing trades, but I cut the losses pretty quickly. Average win to average loss, couple of close enough to break even trades, bringing down the average size of our wins. Average losses are a couple multiples of it, so about 4 times. You can see it's 0.24 here. It's about 4 times average win to average loss. Largest win, this actually surprised me. Largest win is 2.6, largest loss 8.432. I'm actually surprised there. So it's about 4 times the size. No, not really 4 times the size, but not quite over 3, but less than 4 in terms of what we're looking at the ratio there. We'll have a look at the cumulative net. You can see here is that big loss over there. That big loss out of the gates of 8. See, we still have an issue with the size of the losses here. Because we can see there, we had a fairly big loss. What was that? 8 points, was it? 8.4. I didn't actually have a gain of that size, which is interesting. So that's why we ended the day around 10:33 Eastern Standard Time. And we'll have a look at our equity curve here, the cumulative net. As we can see, first we started the day off in the hole with that trade that we tried to take down towards the lows. 8.7, we're down, and we've ended the day up at 16.9. So that's it for the broadcast. That was it for the trading today, actually. And that's the end of this recap. So I'd like to thank you for watching. Think about liking the video, and have a great day.